This year GPPN conference was focused on adaptation to climate change. So if we think about that, there could be a lot of different issues that could be solved with policy. But we really wanted to focus on droughts because they are being severely strong in countries in Africa, in which unfortunately they don't have the right measures or techniques or solutions to be better off the situation that smallholder farmers are facing right now. So we gathered data and read a lot of research papers. I think evidence-based analysis was key for us to identify that Zimbabwe is the second country ranked as the most affected by droughts last year, and they are basically in the need of solutions. And I think the work of us as a team to try to narrow it down was key, always supporting ourselves with data and with academic research as was done in the past.
Probably we had three main challenges. The first one was try to make our proposal feasible, because you always come up with incredible solutions, but then it's very difficult to make them feasible. So there was a big obstacle, I think, for every team, and we spent a lot of time on that. Then we had to make the proposal clear for whoever we are presenting it to, people that may not have any knowledge on agriculture or on drought-resistant seeds. So we really had to try to make the presentation clear for a general audience. And the third one was to understand what we have to include in the presentation and what we don't have to include, because it's a very short presentation. So we had to understand how deep we want to go in certain aspects and what do we want to leave out and maybe explain better during the Q&A if we go to the final.
We also received a lot of help from the SPP faculty team regarding how could we narrow down more our policy from a technical perspective, but also regarding presentation skills. They help us not only with our slides to make them look better, but also how were the best positions, tone of voice, or words that we could use to convince the people about the policy that we're making.
I think that one of the main highlights about the GPPN experience was that we had the opportunity to engage and connect with a diverse group of students from different other public policy schools. I think that this experience gives you a global perspective on policymaking. It was really interesting to learn and to hear from other students presenting their projects in the conference, as they presented all different types of policy proposals facing different environments, facing different challenges about climate change adaptation.
Nowadays, having a global network is essential for every professional, but especially for policymakers that want to learn from each other. So having the opportunity to expand your network with schools and policymakers from all over the world was really a huge opportunity.
GPPN is an amazing experience that at the beginning may seem a little bit overwhelming regarding the other coursework we have here at the SPP, but I would definitely advise not to be afraid to participate, because the value that you will earn identifying a problem and thinking on a feasible solution to tackle it, it's invaluable for me.
I think that it is always important to find a topic that you really like to work on, because working in this experience requires a lot of effort, a lot of time also to doing some research and working on your policy proposal. So it is a good beginning to start with a topic that you really like. And then I think that the other recommendation is that you don't need to be afraid to the presentation, because you can always practice and you will always have the support from the SPP team.
Just put as much effort as you can, because it will be worth it. You're going to learn a lot, and this is not about only winning the competition, but also having a full policy laid out, which is a great learning experience.